I want to ask you a little bit about a television show that you were on way back in 1993 that had a lasting impression on me, the performance on that show. And I remember watching it as it aired, and this show is Circus of the Stars, where you're bouncing on a sway pole 55 feet in the air. So first off, what were you thinking?
Well, obviously I was not at a good point in my life. I probably thought, well, if I die, no big. I actually, these thoughts ran through my mind when I was up on that sway pole. That, if I fell off and died, at least they'd have some good footage. They could run it on the news. That's something. It's kind of a win-win. No, I don't know. I mean, after I did it. I don't know why Jay let me do it in the first place, but after I did it, Jay said, "You are never doing anything remotely like that again." And many other loved ones in my life said the exact same thing.
How did that come about? How did that whole thing come about? How did you, I guess, get involved with Circus of the Stars and get convinced to stand on a sway pole 55 feet in the air?
I called them every day saying, "Please, can I be on a sway pole?" No, I don't know. We got an odd call from them out of the blue, I'm sure. It's like, we want Al to be on Circus of the Stars, and we want to do the sway pole thing. And I really don't know what my state of mind was at the time where I thought that was a good idea. I mean, that's not, at this point in my life, I've reached a point in my life and my career where I can say no to things. Like, no, I think that's a bad idea. No, I might kill myself. I don't like that. But I guess in 1992, 93, I was thinking, I might sell some albums if I die. My estate will make a lot of money.
And I'm just curious, how long did you practice that? And how did you practice being on a sway pole?
I didn't want to practice because then it wouldn't feel real, No, I don't remember. I did practice. I practiced with a circus trainer, and we practiced. I practiced. I forget how long, but a number of times, obviously before we did the show. In fact, the sway pole was set up at Universal Studios right next to the Psycho House. The tour bus, comes by, the tram, and I remember one time when I was practicing at the sway pole, just as a gag, I took my accordion into the Psycho House. And when the tour bus came by the Psycho House, and this is the famous Psycho House, I walked out of the front door of the Psycho House playing the accordion. And people were like, oh, and there's Weird Al playing his accordion in the Psycho House. And the other thing I'll tell you about the sway pole experience was they did a dress rehearsal, immediately before the taping, and I slipped. And I scraped up my arm really badly on the pole because they have like the steps on the pole. And I injured myself. I mean, my bloody arm and everything. And instead of being like, "Oh, Al, we're so sorry," they're like, "Now look what you've done. We're gonna have to put bandages on your arm. It's not gonna. It's gonna look terrible. We had you in a short sleeve shirt, and like, oh, but okay. Sorry to ruin your sway pole thing."
Oh man.
So I was there, kind of in pain on the sway pole, just really, really hoping I wasn't gonna fall off because that, honestly. Even though that there were some plus sides to that, in the big picture, that wouldn't have been a good thing.
I mean, I have to ask, because I think I know your answer to this, but were you scared to be up there on that sway pole?
Well, what do you think, Dave? Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I mean, I get terrified watching the footage, on the VHS tape.
Yeah, me too.
Imagine what it was like to be there. So it was, I don't know, I don't know why I did that, and I'm glad that I never have to do that again.
Now, would you say that is the weirdest thing that you have ever done?
Aside from this interview? Oh, gosh. It's the most dangerous, probably, yeah. Weirdest, that's a matter of opinion.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the insane, intrepidly weird Ali Yankovic.